Hello, welcome. My name is Tiffany. I'm so happy and excited to share yoga with you. Today will be a 30-minute practice. Compared to the previous practices, if you've been following along day by day, today is much less active and gentle. We'll do some small flow with half salutations and variations on half salutations, but most of the practice will be quite quiet, allowing more introspection and bit of softer movement to counteract and give contrast to the more dynamic practices that we've experienced, especially in the past couple days in the previous two videos. So with this, I hope you enjoy, and we'll start in child's pose. Feet together, knees wide towards the edges of the mat. And allow your body to fold forward. You can use your hands under your forehead as a pillow, just to rest. We'll take a couple of moments here to settle into the mat and to arrive. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Feel your body settle and melt onto the earth below. And take observation of our breath and of our body at this moment. Just check in with yourself, see how you're feeling, if you're holding tension somewhere, if you can use that breath to help you smooth it out. We take these moments to check in with ourselves, to take inventory, to understand our baseline at certain moments in time. You may observe your breathing, observe your mental state. What are you thinking about? And with each exhale, can you just let everything go and focus on the current moment? Here we are together on our mats. We'll take a few more cycles of breath. On your next inhale, slightly lift your head and reach your arms out in front for an extended child's pose. One long inhale here, and then side bend. Exhale, reach your arms, walk your arms over to the right side, stretching your left side body. You can push your hands down for a little bit of engagement and feeling maybe a little more intensity in the stretch. We'll take a few cycles of breath here. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale here. Notice the difference after that small, gentle stretch. One more inhale, stretch long, and then exhale, walk your hands over to the left. Again, pressing your hands down to feel a little more intensity in the stretch, a little more active engagement. Noticing if the two sides feel different. And we'll take a few cycles of breath here. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to center. Take extended child's pose for 2 cycles of breath just to observe the 2 sides of the body and how they're feeling right now. On your next inhale, walk your hands back to help support your torso and come sit on our bum first. We'll use your hands off behind you for support. And we're gonna windshield wiper our legs with our feet as wide as the mat, knees bent, feet on the floor. Inhale, long spine, and then exhale, but let the knees drop to one side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, knees drop the other side. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees drop. Inhale, center. Exhale, knees drop. Take a few more rounds here. And notice what you feel, where you feel it. Just creating some lubrication in our hip joints. We'll go to our shoulders next, these big joints in our body that are important for circulation and motion, movement, and just daily life. After you finish the next round, come back to center. Come sit back up. We'll roll back onto our hands and knees, back to tabletop position. Like I said, we'll come to stretch our shoulders. So you're in tabletop. Bring your right arm, thread it through between your left arm and left leg. Allow the side of your head to drop. And feel the weight on your shoulder. Let it stretch out here. You can have your hand for support, your left hand for support, or you can stretch it out over your left ear as well. We'll be here for a few cycles of breath, just to feel into our body nice and slow. Enjoy. One more deep inhale. Exhale, release. Use your hands, push yourself up to tabletop, and just take 2 breaths here to notice how it feels in neutral, to notice how the 2 sides feel, and the changes in the body. After those 2 cycles, use your left hand to thread it through between your right arm and right leg. Let the side of your head rest down, and maybe reach your right arm over your head, next to your ear. Bottom arm with the palm facing the sky. Top arm, top hand facing the floor. Breathing in and exhale, letting the body sink in. Releasing everything. Notice how this side feels. Notice how the shoulders feel in different positions compared to each other. Two more cycles of breath. And then at the end of the exhale, use your hands for support. Push you up back to tabletop. We'll do cat-cow here for a few rounds. Find your neutral spine, suck in your belly a little bit just to support our spine for a neutral position. And then inhale, drop the belly, raise the chest, broaden the collarbones, cow. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, suck in the belly, cat. Inhale, cow, pushing down through the hands. Exhale, cat, still pushing down through the hands. Broaden the shoulder blades in cat. Inhale, cow, broaden the collarbones in the chest. Exhale, cat, broaden the back side of the body. One more round. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And then inhale, come back to neutral. Let's just shift our hips, shift our weight, and see how our big joints feel after those few stretches. You can move in any way you want. You can make circles. Sometimes it's a little funny to get connected with our body. We don't even know what these movements feel like. These just natural, squiggly, wiggly movements. Take 2 more rounds. If you were going one direction, change directions. Maybe your joints crack like mine do. Come back to center, come back to stillness. Tuck your toes, walk your hands back for support. We're just coming to standing. So support your knees, come all the way to standing. I'm moving to the middle of the mat just so that I'm in the center of the frame. And stand here in Tadasana for a moment. Notice how it feels. Hands on hips, we're going to fold forward. Inhale, long spine, fold at the hips, fold forward. Bend your right knee, place your right hand down. Either your right hand is on the ground or maybe it's on your shin for support. If you have blocks, you may use a block. Right knee bent, right hand down. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Notice how this feels on the left back of the left leg, the IT band, the side of the hip. Breathe smooth, breathe deep. You can look up, you can look to the side, you can look down. We always do what's comfortable for our neck, comfortable for our whole body. And make sure you're pressing down into the 6 corners of our feet. So feet are even in weight, even though one is bent. One more deep inhale. Exhale, hands down. Change sides. Left hand down, either on the floor, on a block, on your shin. Left hand down, left knee bent. Raise the right arm up. Just a simple twist. And feel how the 2 sides feel. Keep pressing down through the feet. Raise through the chest. Reach the top arm up. Bottom shoulder away from the ear. 3 more cycles of breath. At the end of the last cycle, bring both arms down, soft knees, hang in ragdoll position, hold opposite elbows. Just notice how this feels. Notice how your back feels. Notice how your legs feel. If you want to sway side to side, if you have some energy or some tension to release, you may do so. Do so smoothly, slowly. You don't want to make yourself dizzy. And then come back to center, come back to stillness for a breath. Release your hands, press through your feet, engage your legs, and help support yourself to roll up to standing. Back to Tadasana once again. We'll do 3 rounds of half salutations. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms reach up all the way through the fingertips, press through the heels. Exhale, hands heart center, hands by the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold smooth. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up all the way, press down through the heels. Exhale, hands heart center, hands by the sides. Last round of this, and then we'll add some variations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reach up all the way. Exhale, hands heart center, hands by the side. We'll add a chair pose before and after. Easy chair pose. Inhale, arms up, forearms in prayer, just easy chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, easy chair pose. Exhale all the way up. Release. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, release. One more round. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Easy chair pose. Exhale all the way to standing. Shake it out. Notice how you're feeling. We'll do 3 more rounds. This time, chair pose first, and then we'll end with side bends. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way, reach up tall. Exhale, right hand to hip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend over to the right. Left arm reaching over. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the left arm to the hip. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, bend over. Bend to the side, reaching. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, back to Tadasana. We'll do 2 more rounds. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, right hand to hip. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, bend over to the right, reaching over to the right, shifting the hips to the left. Inhale, arms back up. Exhale, release the left arm. Inhale, raise the right arm. Exhale, side bend, shifting your hips to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release, back to Tadasana. Last round. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, right hand on right hip. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, left hand to hip. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, side bend, other side. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, release the hands. Notice how all of that feels in your Tadasana. And then we'll come to tree pose. So first, standing on the left leg. Hands can be in any variation you wish at your hips, heart center, up in the air, whichever you choose. So right foot, maybe the top of the toes on the mat, with your right foot on your right ankle, or your right foot on your calf, or in your inner thigh. Come and find your tree pose variation. And we want our hips facing forward, even though we're imagining this leg pulling open to the side. So we want to engage the lifted leg to pull open, but we don't want that to change the direction of our hip points. Our hips should still be facing center. Breathe here for a few cycles of breath. Find your balance, find your stability. If you need support on a chair or on a table, that's totally fine. Just notice your feet muscles working and making small, tiny adjustments to keep your balance. 2 more cycles of breath. One more full inhale, exhale, release, and change sides. Take any variation for your hands. I like to start with my hands on my hips first before I find the variation that I like for today, because each day is different. And have a soft gaze at one spot. And your gaze is more internal than it is at the exact object that you're looking at. Making sure your hip points are facing forward, even though you're trying to bring the leg towards the outside. Spine is long and tall. Maybe you're swaying a little bit like a tree. tree in the wind. Take 2 more cycles of breath here. If you fall and you have to come back, it's okay. It's just yoga. We practice smiling when we fall and get right back at it. And we try and do that in real life too. Not as easy as it is in yoga. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, release. Shake it out if you need. Step your feet wide, toes out, heels in. Come to a squat. And just notice how the squat feels. Hands, elbows in between your legs. Spine long as the hip drops down. Maybe some small movements here. Notice how your hips feel. And then come back to seated. Cross your legs. Come to seated first. And take a moment here in cross-leg position to observe how you're feeling. How was that, those past 15 minutes-ish of movement? How have they been? How are you feeling? And we'll do a twist here. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind, and twist. Trying to use our belly muscles to twist us before we use the leverage of our hands. We were working on this yesterday in the core video. So inhale, long spine, use the belly muscles. Exhale, twist a little more with the belly muscles, and then use the arms. Broad chest, broad collarbones. 2 more cycles of breath. Inhale, come back to center. Release. Notice how that feels. And then we'll change sides. Left hand on right knee, right arm behind. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist over the right shoulder. Use your belly muscles to help you engage your spine. And then exhale, twist a little more. One more cycle of breath. Full inhale, full exhale. Inhale, come back to center and change the cross of the legs. Whichever side it was, we'll just change and we'll do the same thing. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, twist with the belly muscles and then use the hands and the arms. Notice how it feels the second time around. Two more cycles of breath here. Inhale, come back to center. Notice how it feels. Let your body soak in the posture and then release from the posture first. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, left hand, right knee, right hand behind. And twist to the other side. Notice how the second round goes. If it feels any different. If you feel more spaciousness, more range of movement. Broad collarbones, broad chest. Two more cycles of breath. Inhale, come back to center. Release. And lying on our back. Come to our back. We'll be on the floor, knees bent. We'll do one back bend, one bridge pose today to ensure that our spine has moved in all of the directions. It's bent forward, now we're bending backwards. We've done our side bends, we've done some twists. Make sure the circulation in our spine is nice and healthy. Okay, push down in your feet, push down in your hands, lift through the hips, and lift up, push down through the heels of the feet to make sure the muscles are engaged. And then you can hold the side of your mat like this, or you can interlace your fingers behind your back and roll your shoulders under. We're not doing the biggest bridge pose today. We're not trying to get maximum range. We're just engaging and feeling good in our body. So notice what you need to do just to feel good in the bridge pose and feel like you're doing something, doing some movement and some motions. Take 3 more cycles of breath here. Exhale, release all the way down. Let your knees knock in for a moment. Hands can be on your belly, hands can be by your side. Constructive rest. Just observe how that posture feels. Let your body take it all in. Feet together, knees apart, butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Just take another moment here to release any tension in our hip flexors, in our groins. Feet on the floor once more. We'll do one more posture before we settle in, and you can choose either Shavasana today or seated meditation. So first, right foot on right ankle, hug your legs in. Use your arms to hold your left leg. Reclined ankle to knee pose. Feeling the stretch in the back of the right leg. Begin to settle, soften into the ground. One more cycle of breath. And at the end of the exhale, release your hands, release your legs, and change sides. Left ankle on right knee. Hug your legs in. Use your arms to hold your right leg. Feeling the stretch in the back of the left leg, the back glute, the side of the leg. And soften, taking a few cycles of breath here. One more full inhale, full exhale. At the end of the exhale, release the legs. And you can get ready for Shavasana. You can get your spine centered and your legs straight out, palms facing the sky. Or if you wish, you may come to seated, smoothly, gently, slowly. Come to seated for a 2-minute seated meditation or a 2-minute Shavasana. Get whatever you need to get, feel comfortable in whichever posture you're taking. Take a deep inhale, a full exhale, sigh it out, release any tension in the body. Notice your sensory organs relax, your jaw and your cheekbones, the bridge of your nose, your inner ears, your eyelids, everything in your face, just feeling soft, feeling gentle. find your mind wander, bring it back to your breath, bring it back to your body. There's no more control of the breath, just letting it be natural and normal as much as possible. We have one more minute together. If you're in Shavasana, begin to gently bring awareness back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Slowly roll to your side and transition to seated position. We're all in seated position together, finding a comfortable seat, spine long, and taking a moment to observe how today's practice was, how our body feels after it, and the attention of our mind now compared to 30 minutes ago. Bring the hands to heart center. Send joy, send gratitude, send appreciation to your body, to yourself, for everything you do every day, for setting aside the time, for taking care of yourself. Thank you so much for practice. Thank you for sharing your energy, for sharing your time, and for sharing your beautiful practice with me on the mat today. I'm so grateful that you're here. I look forward to sharing more with you. Of course, let me know if there's anything you'd like to know. If you have questions, I'm happy to try and address them and answer them as best that I can. Thank you so much.